Hello everybody, this is SaberRex coming to you live with a brand new video for the Beasts of the Mesozoic Ceratopsian series 1/18th scale action figures by Creative Beast Studio and David Silva. And today we are going to be taking a look at Kosmoceratops richardsoni, one of my favorite ceratopsians for the lineup. And so here we are. There it is, and before we take a look at this figure, let's take a quick look at the packaging, shall we? So here we have the box for the Kosmoceratops. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that packaging art. I mean, yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. And like all the ceratopsians for the Beasts of the Mesozoic series, you actually have multiple different artists doing the packaging artwork for it. In this case, it is done by Shanna Beaumont. On the back, of course, we get your information on the animal itself. Then, on top of that, we get your obligatory product shot for Wave 2. So there you have all the figures for Wave 2 of the Ceratopsian series, just like we had with Wave 1. And of course, inside the packaging, you get this lovely, lovely background. In this case, it's a very starry night, very dark. So yeah, you can place that behind the figure if you so choose to. You can just keep it in the box, whatever you want to do. Oh, it's absolutely great. And then, of course, on top of that, inside the box itself, in addition to the action figure, you also get this beautiful collector card with Shanna Beaumont's artwork on it, and of course, the facts on the back of the box, plus an image of the animal itself. So, there you have that. And of course, as with all the Beasts of the Mesozoic Ceratopsians figures, you get this. This is the instruction for the tail assembly, and yeah, you are going to want to pay attention to these instructions because they're ever so important. You don't want to end up breaking your figure accidentally when trying to apply the tail to the figure. So just heat up the tail with hot water or a hairdryer. I find a hairdryer works best because then I can have full control over how soft I want to make the plastic so as to put the tail on. And then, of course, don't forget to read these. So, yeah, otherwise you're going to have, problems getting it on, or possibly break your figure, which of course nobody wants. So, yeah, very, very important. Make sure you read these before trying to apply the tail. Otherwise, you will get frustrated or possibly end up breaking your Beasts of the Mesozoic figures, and I know you don't want that, so yeah, please do take great care in regards to that. But anyway, onto the figure itself. So here we have Kosmoceratops, and as I have said before, this is one of my absolute favorite ceratopsians. It's one of the newer ceratopsians to have been discovered, and I'm sure you can see why. Let's take a quick look at him. So, yeah, absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. The color scheme for this ceratopsian is based off a red-eyed crocodile skink, which is a beautiful, beautiful lizard. Many people might mistake this coloration for that of a Gila monster, but the Gila monster was actually used for Utah ceratops later in Wave 3. So do not confuse these. They are two different color schemes from two different animals, and yeah, pretty much similar color scheme, but different animals. And yeah, this figure is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that color scheme. I mean, look at it. I mean, from the front, it looks absolutely spectacular, especially with the fact that this Ceratopsian, which is just one of the coolest dinosaurs to have ever been discovered, I mean, look at it. It's got 15 horns. Yeah. Yeah, definitely one of the coolest animals out there that has ever been uncovered. Yeah. I mean, look at this. Look at all that gorgeous color scheme and how the red fades into kind of a pinkish, into the white on the underbelly, and into a yellowish on the legs. I mean, that is just amazing, amazing work that they've done for this figure in regards to painting it. Now, articulation-wise, this animal has approximately 19 points of articulation, like the smaller scale 1/18 scale Ceratopsians. So he can open his mouth about this much. You can open it a little wider, but I don't recommend it because you'll end up exposing the inner part of his jaw and his teeth, and that does not look normal. Yeah, you can see the beautiful inside of the mouth. He does not have a flexible tongue like the larger Ceratopsians do. But yeah, he's absolutely gorgeous. His mouth can open and close, as you can see. Now, he does have a lot of neck movement. He can go left. He can move his head right about the same span of about the same motion. Yeah, he can also move his head up like so, about this much. And of course he can go down about that much. He does not have the greatest downward motion for the head, but I don't really have much of a bother with that. The front legs can go about 360 at the shoulder, though I don't recommend it because of the clearance issues, because of the shoulder piece here. They can move in and out at the shoulder like this, as they do have a pivot joint in there as well. The front leg can bend about almost 90 degrees at the elbow. He also has wrist pivot and swivel right there, so you can get some great poses with that. And both legs are able to do this, so yeah, no worries about the kind of motion in this animal being limited. The hind legs can also do a full 360, though I don't recommend it because of clearance issues with the torso and the hips. And he can also move his ankles like this, about that much, about that far forward. He has feet swivel, and he can also move them up and down slightly. He also has great knee motion, like so. Bend it forward that much, bend it back this much. Not quite 90, but very, very close. Yeah, and again, both legs can move. The torso also can go up and down, like so. He can actually do a lot of downward motion with his torso. He can also, although it's limited, move move right and left. Again, you're going to have clearance issues with his hips, so not very much in regards to side-to-side motion. Very limited there. His tail can also move right, about that much, left about this much, and of course up and down. So he's got some great motion in him, and yeah, this is absolutely one of my favorite Ceratopsians. I mean, look at him, he's just gorgeous. Yeah, and having him be front on like this, you can actually see just how gorgeous he actually is. I mean, look at that. That's the view that most people are going to see in regards to Kosmoceratops. Now, in regards to facts about the actual dinosaur itself, Kosmoceratops is one of the newer discovered Ceratopsians. It comes from the Kosmoceratops Formation in Utah, and it lived alongside the predatory dinosaur Ceratophonius, which is an early relative of T-Rex. It also lived alongside two other large ceratopsians, Utah Ceratops, which will appear in Wave 3 in the toy line, and Nasutoceratops, which was in Wave 1. Now, in regards to relationships with other ceratopsian dinosaurs, it is most closely related to Spiclypius, which I shall review next week, and it is also most closely related to Chasmosaurus. It is a Chasmosaurine ceratopsian. That is to say, it's more closely related to things like Chasmosaurus and Triceratops than to other ceratopsians like Centrosaurus and Pachyrhinosaurus and Nasutoceratops. But it's an absolutely cool dinosaur. It also has the world record for the most horns of any ceratopsian currently known to science. I mean, there's 15 horns on this dinosaur. Or if we count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I think I may have miscounted. Yeah. There are 15 horns. I just miscounted. Sorry about that. So, yeah, absolutely an absolutely magnificent animal. Oh wait, this one right here may count as 15. So, yeah, absolutely one of the most unusual ceratopsians that has ever come out of the Kosmoceratops Formation, and it also lived alongside such dinosaurs as Parasaurolophus and Gryposaurus. Just an incredible diverse ecosystem that it hails from, and we're still trying to understand what is there. I mean, honestly, the Kosmoceratops Formation is basically untouched territory in regards to fossil hunting. There's so much new stuff coming out of the formation that it's basically a prehistoric gold mine in regards to gathering information on the age of the dinosaurs during the late Cretaceous about 75 million years ago. And this was one of the dinosaurs that basically showed that southern North America was very different from places like Montana and Alberta, Canada, where we know more about the dinosaurs there. Just very, very unusual. There seems to have been a lot of provinciality in regards to the dinosaurs. And the further south in the western part of North America you go, it seems the more odd and unusual and unique the ceratopsians and other dinosaurs down there get. Yeah, there's just so much there. And I'm really hopeful that we can find more material in the years to come that will show us exactly what the environment was like for these dinosaurs. It's just incredible. But yeah, absolutely stunning. Oh. Yeah, so, yeah. If you'll just give me a minute to get my tape measure, I am going to show you exactly how large this figure is. So, returning back with the tape measure, which I was using to measure something else this morning, which is why it wasn't where it should be. In regards to size, this animal is approximately 4.5 inches high at the frill in regards to the figure. Now, lengthwise, he is a little bit, I would say a little bit shy of 11 inches. So, yeah. Not the biggest figure in the lineup, but he is quite nicely sized and absolutely, absolutely stunning. As I said before, this is a figure that I think a lot of people really should get if they aren't interested in getting it already. Again, this is one of my favorite Ceratopsians of all time. It is up in the top 10 of my favorite Ceratopsians of all time and in the toy line itself. And I cannot recommend it enough for collectors or dinosaur enthusiasts in general. Yeah. And yeah, price-wise, it is about $50 on CreativeBeast.com, so it is not the most expensive Ceratopsian out there in the toy line for Wave 2. I got it for $48 by pre-ordering it off of BackerKit when the pre-order store was up and running for Wave 2. You can still get Wave 3 figures for pre-order there if you so choose, and that will be open until September when the Ceratopsians go, when the Wave 3 Ceratopsians ship out. And yeah, again, I highly recommend this figure. It is definitely one of the cooler ones in the lineup. Yeah, and I can't stop recommending it enough. So this is SaberRex signing off, saying you're never too old to play with toys. Be a toy nerd, be proud of it, and thank you for watching, and have a good day. Bye.